Don't move to Georgia, they said. Well, they're wrong. We love it. In this video, we're going to talk about the top 5 suburbs to live in North Atlanta when relocating your family. What's going on, you guys? My name is Robert. My wife and I made the move just 2 years ago with our 2 beautiful kids and our beautiful dog, Phoenix. And we moved from the West Coast and we wouldn't change it for the world. It's simply amazing. The crime rate is low. The food is amazing. The entertainment is fun. Hey, and living on the East Coast is probably the best coast. So stay tuned for this video. If you got to like, comment, subscribe, do what you got to do, but stay tuned all the way to the end. So you're thinking Georgia is where you want to relocate to. That's where you want to pick up and that's where you want to go. Well, I think that's a fantastic choice. And I don't care whether you go to the north and enjoy the mountains, or you go to the East Coast like Savannah, enjoy the beaches, or if you live and be my neighbor here in Atlanta. I think they are all great places. The state of Georgia is phenomenal. But this list is going to be the top 5 suburbs in North Atlanta. So let's dive right into that. Number 1 on the list is Alpharetta. This is not my favorite city, as I don't live in this city, but it's about 15 minutes from me. But one of the best things about Alpharetta is all the shopping and the fine dining that they have. They have a lot of high-end restaurants. They have good entertainment, and I love that. I have an 11-year-old son and an 8-year-old daughter, and activities such as Topgolf are one of our favorite things to go do on the weekend. And not only that, but the wife and I get to throw some beers back and drink some wine and drink some fun drinks and not just lemonade at a kid's stand, you know what I mean? So these are fun times for everyone, for the wife and I and the kids. Another great thing about Alpharetta is their amazing school systems. Alpharetta is a higher price point, so therefore they do collect a little more taxes throughout the year. But hey, that goes right back into the county, goes back into the schools. So the schools are very well funded. They're not overcrowded. And I really think that your kids' future will be bright by living in Alpharetta due to the school systems. The other great thing about Alpharetta is its close proximity to Atlanta. It's only about 30 minutes north, depending on what time of the day. It could be an hour north, depending on the time of day. So traffic is something to consider living in and around Atlanta. Although Alpharetta isn't too close, you still have a little bit of the layover of the traffic that comes up north. So something to keep in mind. However, the city is designed extremely well, meaning that there are multiple exits off the 400 corridor. So a lot of places to get off. If you live on one exit versus the other exit, the traffic kind of dies down once you get into the city. So that is a great thing about Alpharetta. Also, if you are thinking that you like to be up in the mountains and maybe you work in downtown, kind of gives you a blend of both, because to get to the North Blue Ridge, beautiful mountains that Georgia has to offer, you're about an hour away when you live in Alpharetta because of this simple drive up 400 to get right into the mountains. It makes it super, super easy. All right, jumping into number 2 on the list is the city of Beaufort. Beaufort is on the opposite side of the pie that I like to call North Atlanta. As you can see in this map, this is the pie that I'm referencing to. So whenever you hear me say the pie, this is what I mean. But let's jump on over to Beaufort. Beaufort is off the 85 corridor, the 85 freeway, whatever you like to call it. People in Georgia call the freeways, the highways, so many different things. And hey, what do I know? I'm from the West Coast, so don't listen to how I say it. And if you want to mirror and image what I say, hey, I'm all for it. So Beaufort is an amazing place. It's in the number 1 largest county in all of Georgia, which is Gwinnett County. Beaufort's got a lot of family things to do. They also have a Topgolf. In fact, I think there's maybe 5 or 6 different Topgolfs in just Atlanta itself. So I think they really think high of Topgolf. Not only that, but Georgia is the number 1 state in the United States when it comes to professional golfers. So something cool to think about. If you like to golf, Georgia is definitely the home for you with so many amazing golf courses. But let's jump back into Beaufort. One of the amazing things about Beaufort is the high school sports. They have one of the best high schools when it comes to recruiting kids for D1, D2, college football. There's more recruits that go out of that high school than anywhere else. So if your family is into sports or you like to go watch sports, may be a great place to consider. Not only that, but the academics are great. But everything with the sports program is great as well. But the school in general is just amazing. In fact, they're the number 1 school system in all of Georgia. So although I said Alpharetta is great, Beaufort is the number 1 school district in all of Georgia. So if that is something that's super important to you, think about that. The cost of living can be expensive, but it is a very fair price across the board when it comes to North Atlanta, Georgia, and what you get for your money. You can find homes that are in small developments. You can also find big parcels of land. So depending on what kind of home life you like to have, I think that Buford can be a great fit for you. All right, jumping into number 3, which is very close to Buford, is Sewanee. Sewanee is one of the first places that my wife and I visited when we came out here. That's where one of my best friends lives from high school. And he said that he absolutely loves Sewanee. So I said, well, I might as well come check it out. Sewanee is right there, right below Lake Lanier, right off of the 85 corridor. So once again, if you are traveling north and south into work like you would in Alpharetta, same thing. You're just going to be taking the 85 freeway to get in and out. Now, what's great about Sewanee, it is also a melting pot. There are a lot of different origins and nationality that live in Sewanee. And it is a very nice, comfortable area. The streets are very clean, a lot of great programs. In fact, my 8-year-old daughter plays her academy soccer over there, and the league is fantastic. So if you are into sports, I think anything with Buford, Sewanee is going to be fantastic. However, anywhere in Georgia is going to be great because we have the #1 college football team. We got the Atlanta Hawks. We got the Atlanta Braves. We got the Atlanta Falcons, even though they're not so good. But you catch my drift. Georgia is definitely a sports town, whether it's high school, college, or professional sports. Not only that, but I believe we're getting another NHL team coming here to Georgia. So that is some great news. It's going to be located very close to Alpharetta, believe it or not. All right, number 3 on the list, and this is my hometown, and the city is Cumming, Georgia. It is a town that's located right off the lake, so I like to think of this town as lake life living. It is simply amazing. Now, there are a lot of different cities and counties that go around Lake Lanier, which is one of the biggest lakes that I've ever seen and been on, but Cumming is amazing. Our kids, like I mentioned earlier, 11 and 8-year-old, they absolutely love the school. The programs at the schools and the high schools are unbelievable. The different career paths. I know when I was in high school back, I don't know, I'm not going to say how old I am, but back in the day, the options were a little bit different of what your high school career paths were looking like. And out here, there are so many different options. So if you want to be a culinary chef, if you want to be a pilot, if you want to be a mechanic, well, hey, the great news is in high school, they're getting your kids ready for that and kind of figure out what they like to do instead of just getting your typical 9-to-5 job. So Cumming is amazing. It is an older town. There is a very cute downtown area. And one of my favorite things to do in Cumming is to go to the Cumming City Center. I made very good relationships with a couple of the restaurant owners, and my kids love to hang out there on Saturday and Sunday. A lot of times they're playing music, they're playing some kind of live band, cover-up band, and it's just fun times for the family. So that is just another place to consider. Now, the price point is a little bit lower in Cumming compared to maybe Alpharetta. It's about even and on par with Sewanee and Buford. You're about a $500,000 price point as of now in 2024. Obviously, things can change the older this video gets, but it is a great place. Property tax is very inexpensive. I believe my property tax is less than 1%, maybe 0.85%. So not only do you get great schools, but you have low taxes and the roads are taken care of. Now, the one downfall about living in Cumming is right off of Buford Highway, which is the connector from Cumming over to Gwinnett County in Buford, is that can get backed up. There are a lot of people that drive across from 400 to 85 because of work or where they live. So something to consider if you are working maybe over in Gwinnett County. This side, which is Forsyth County that Cumming is in, it may not be a great place for you because you do have to deal with that traffic. But not only is it still the small town lake life living, but it also gives you the big ranch homes. It gives you the big estates that you can see a lot of different kind of income levels. You also see lower end levels of living as well. But the great thing is that, hey, we all shop in the same area and the community environment is fantastic. I wouldn't change it for the world as far as changing what cities I live in. All right, going into the next one, we've done Alpharetta, we've done Buford, we've done Sewanee, we've done Cumming, and number 5 on the list, the last one is Dawsonville. Dawsonville is a little further up from Alpharetta and Cumming. That is the next city above Cumming, And it also gives you access to the lake. It's the north side of the lake. But the great thing about Dawsonville is the cost of living is a little bit less expensive. It is growing significantly. So if you want to invest your money and make a good return on your money, I would say Dawsonville is probably the best option as that growth is exploding as everyone starts moving north up the 400 corridor. But what an amazing place that is. You get lots of hunting, you get a lot of fishing, you get a lot of very chill, easygoing people. So you don't see as much traffic, and the home prices are going to dip a little bit lower. You can still get a brand new home in probably the 300s or 400,000, still keeping the property tax low. And like I said earlier, if you like to go up to the mountains, hey, you're just that much closer to enjoying that mountain life living and living up there and enjoying those cabins and everything it has to offer. Now, Dawsonville is a pretty big area. It's in the county of Dawson, a little split between that and Forsyth County. So there's a couple different counties in there. But either way, it's very well regulated, a very nice place to live. And we've had a lot, that's probably our number one place people are relocating to through my YouTube channel is that area. Although we have people relocating all over coming to Alpharetta, I would say my number one clientele is going to Dawsonville because what you get for your money and where they're going to be at in 5 to 10 years. If there are any additional questions that I can answer in here, please reach out and give my team a call. We love to get calls from all of our clients and asking us about the different cities. We'll even do a video for you if you're asking for a certain area. And we want to be your go-to experts when it comes time to relocating. As my wife and I did it from California to Texas. We also went back to California and went from California to Georgia. So I understand the pain and the frustration it can be when relocating. But hey, my job is here to make it a little bit easier for you, make it a seamless and easy transition. If there's anything we can do, give me a call, 470-272-3338, and make sure you hit the subscribe button and follow it. And we'll see you on the next video.